Hello and welcome. It's Ania from Ania Marta Art, and I have a new sketchbook. I wanted to start it with you guys to maybe encourage you to start your own sketchbook. So this is one from Amazon. It's for mixed media. I ordered it yesterday and it promptly arrived today. And it's nice chunky pages, chunky sketchbook. Hopefully it will be fine with all the stuff I'm doing here. It is very nice paper. It is not completely kind of snow white. This is very snow white, this palette, and this is a little bit a cream, maybe I would call it a cream, maybe cream, nice shade, warm of white. So what I'm planning to do today is have a little play. The sketchbook, it wasn't the cheapest, I have to say, because I have to tell you that comparing prices from a few years back, even like a couple of years ago, the prices have really gone up for everything, even for such silly things as sketchbooks. But materials, painting, drawing materials, I noticed that because when I link, for example, stuff for Amazon for like what's it called, affiliate link, and I can see the price. I remember roughly how much I paid and now how much it is, and it's just wow, what a difference. It is quite significant. So I'm glad I stock up on lots of things and I won't have to buy that for a while. But you know, some things you still have to buy, like paper or things like sketchbooks. So yeah, I thought it would be fun to paint some fishes and to have fun. Do I want to paint on one page or two? Maybe I'll do it that way. So we have freedom, but then we have the spine here in the middle. That always bugs me a little bit. So how about we open that just like this, and the spine is not going to bother me at all. And this fish is fantasy fish, so don't look for realism here. I have the whole set of my lovely brushes, and today I thought I might use this really thick, chunky brush. I think I bought it from one of my peers on one of the arts club I used to go to, and she was getting rid of some stuff. Apparently she paid a decent amount of money for this one, but she was selling them for really low cost. I thought, okay, it might come useful one day. And this one takes a lot of water. It's one of those brushes that will suck up loads of water in, and then you can go for quite a while. So I think I might do like a one fish here. Oops, the hair's coming out. Or smaller. I can't decide. Maybe I'll just do like an experiment where I put different blobs on top and then play with ink and color pencil to finish it off. I think that might be a good idea because I'm already overthinking it. I'm already going, oh, should I do this? Should I use pencil and eraser? No, I meant to be very loose. Right, well, let's get to it. So when I dunk this in, it doesn't completely get wet. It takes some time to get this brush wet. And I'm going to use beautiful vivid, and I'll make it the most vivid I can, kind of orange, pink. What color is it? I need to open my palette. And this is Schminke, by the way. It's my wonderful set that I used for a few years now. And I love it. There are a few colors I added on along the way, but the main set is fabulous. It has kind of very high vibrancy and pigmentation, and it's just stunning. Oh, I think the other thing I wanted to play with is granulation liquid. I have that, so I might do that next time I'm painting. And I want to prepare a second color here on the side because we want to, that purple, that I'm gonna dull it, make it a bit more dull. Okay, so Imagine that's kind of like a tail. Oh no, it's losing its hair. Oh, this paper, not sure if it can take it, guys, because this is reality. You want to see those beautiful poetic movies, videos where they just glide with the watercolors and magic happens, but you know. Okay, it's taking it in so far. That's gonna be one fish. Let's do some different colors. Whoa, that brush. I don't know if you can see that. The water is just so very much water. So much water. What color? Maybe ultramarine. And something else. Let's get that purple glitter one. Oh, this is so infuriating. It's just losing all its hair. That looks like a spider's leg, to be fair. Maybe I should leave it as part of the painting. Oh, annoying. Need to give that brush a brush before using it. And something really yellow, really strong yellow. The cadmium yellowy light. The kind of yellow I don't like. But I thought, you can just use it. Maybe with greens. So it's nice to still work wet on wet and drop a bit of different colors in. You can probably achieve slightly better result with a proper watercolor paper, because this is just a heavy paper that is not designated for watercolors. And I have no idea what the outcome going to be. Maybe it's going to be total disaster. Maybe it will be fine. Wow, that brush is insanely picking up this water. Oh, that's such a gorgeous Prussian green. Let's give it a go. Tiny, very similar to what you have already, actually. Tiny fishy. Oh, let's make like a really long one. Bit like Morena. They are very freaky. I've been to the aquariums in Portsmouth here, our local ones, and they have some crazy Morenas. So I'm swapping now brush to something a little bit like a round. I think it's round, yes. And they are very spooky creatures. They can live under very deep underwater and such a depths. That's gonna be our Morena. How about a little kind of not crab, but something like that. No idea what it's gonna be. So let's add a little bit of intensity here on the bottom of that fish. Cool. Maybe here as well, different color. What if we put orange, my favorite chromium orange. And I'm gonna use the cerulean mountain blue. I still can't get over that I lost the paint from Italy when I went to Milan, and I bought a pan of paint to put into my little set, and I lost it. I don't know where I lost it because I packed it into my luggage, but oh, I'm gutted. This is just like a therapy. It's beautiful and relaxing process where you can just chill, not think about anything, just what you're doing. Great. And we're going to put some marks and things over those fish once we have that dry. So whilst I'm waiting for my fish to dry so I can put some marks all over it, I thought I'm gonna actually use this time to test another sketchbook that I have, which is from Arteza. It's 30 sheets watercolor pad, A5 size. I think, yes, that's A5. And it's, or maybe it's slightly bigger than A5, something like that. And I bought those free. There was a pack of 3, and I thought, you know what, why don't we just try one of those and see how that behaves and see how that compares, because I want to create a lot this year. I want to get out of the overthinking phase and create. That water is disgusting. I'm going to quickly change that water. I've got a nice clean water now, and we can start just improvising and putting the paint on. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Has those little ridges. It's not terribly, I wouldn't say it's very textured. It has some texture. Oh my gosh, everything is covered in that red paint. No. Now let's make another one here. Yeah, I think I might prefer this paper. We'll see how that all ends up looking. And another aim will be trying the mixed media paper with my gouache paint as well. I'd love to see that. Let's put something really thick here. Great, and that should dry now, and then we're definitely going to put some more marks over it. Okay, so our paintings have now almost dried. I think this one I'm going to leave for a little longer. They're a little bit blooming here. That looks really good. Actually, this paper is not too bad, considering I've really loaded with loads of water. It's taking it quite well, so we'll see how interesting how that's going to work with color pencils when that's completely dry. So I'm just going to pop it on the side again, and we have this one. And you know what, I'm actually pleasantly surprised how nicely that took this one, because look, there's nothing here on the other side. So far that's looking good. The only thing, it kind of waves a little bit, so it might be not a bad idea just use a little clips to keep it together. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just experiment. I have my brush pen from Pentel. It's lovely. and I have my usual Tombow, and I have my color pencils. So I'm going to use the Arbrecht Dürer. They are watercolor, so they can actually be added on if I wanted to. And obviously my very favorite, we have here Derwent Inktense, the blocks, the tiny little blocks, and they like crayons, Neocolor 2, which are also water soluble, which is just mind-boggling because they look like those pencils from your childhood, the crayons that just hate water, but they're not. They actually dissolve with water. But remember, Neocolor 2, not the Neocolor 1. That's the difference. And I also might be using my ink from Winsor Newton. So we'll see how we get on. I'm just going to start and play. And just let me add that shimmering paint that I added. It looks so nice. Okay, so But these were quite fun experiments, and I enjoy doing this. And I managed to use both sketchbooks. They both really good for mixed media, for watercolors and inks. And what I would probably need to do is practice painting a fish. Practice maybe realistic fish more, like what they look like, because that blue thing is absolute disaster. I do like the yellow one, and the other ones I do like the lobster, but this is just a little bit of a mess, and shapes, and what's with the eyes. The eyes look like cartoon. So it would be good to have a little practice with maybe a few realistic fish, and then trying to do the fantasy ones, whimsical style. But I love the color variation, the textures. You know, they're not by any means amazing paintings, but I did learn a few things. I really like this ink with watercolors, that looks good, and love those highlights as well, and little neo color crayons look fantastic as well. On that eel is a beautiful contrast with blue and red. So there's always something to learn about even experimenting such a, you know, there's no destination for those fish. I'm not going to do anything with them, but this is experiment. And here I really like those little dots, and just the paper is good quality. It's good for this type of practice. I love the lobster, love the irregular lines. I love this effect, and with some dots and bits and bobs, and kind of, I have to show you this artist Witkatze. I'm gonna make another episode just about him, because he's got that kind of style, very loose lines. He does work in pastels, he's dead now, but he used to, and that reminded me of him a little bit. So the fish, the green fish looks cool with those little dots. Yeah, I think it's very effective, and I'm gonna practice more. And this is just, you know, practice number one. So hopefully over time I'm gonna get better, and definitely need to work on eyes and lips and shapes. But I'm happy with the kind of effects it gives me. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.